Story 1. 8. 3K. R. Malicious Compliance. Posted by UDO_Bean. 12 hours ago. Boss told me to deep clean the back and to not come to front for any reason, so I did. MOC. I'm a 20-year-old male that works at a very popular restaurant in a very snobby area. My main job is to assist the servers in any way I can, so they only have to worry about sweet-talking the customers. I do all the heavy lifting for them, whether it's cleaning their tables or taking their drinks and food to their tables. I'm doing it, and all they have to focus on is making the customers laugh. They get tips that range from $17 to $40 per table, while I make $8 an hour and get treated poorly. Enough backstory. Cue the malicious compliance. My manager came up to me in a "I'm better than you" mood and told me to deep clean the floors, ice makers, walls, trash cans, and racks, and to not come to the front for any reason. I'm very annoyed at this, because none of those things are my job duties. We have a staff that deals with all the cleaning of the back, so it didn't make any sense to have me do it. These tasks would have taken me an hour and a half max, but I was feeling a bit cheeky and decided to really deep clean the back until it was spotless. About 30 minutes later, the same manager comes up to me and tells me that there are 4 tables that need cleaning and 2 other tables just got sat, and I need to bring the drinks to them. I looked at this man with a stare of a 20-year-old that has no bills to pay, and I say, "No, I'm not done cleaning." He looked shocked and responded angrily, "You can finish later, they need help." And I countered with, "No, it's filthy here, we don't want a health inspector to just walk into this filth, do we?" He storms off like a toddler that didn't get their candy. 2 hours go by and I'm on my hands and knees scrubbing as if I was working for Chef Gordon Ramsay himself. The same manager comes back again with a smirk and says, "Wow, this looks like it's going to take you all day long. Maybe you should come to the front and help the servers since there's a huge Sunday rush." I replied with, "You know, you might just be right," and I go back to cleaning. He storms off again. Fast forward to 2 minutes before my shift ends. My knees, legs, and fingers are all aching from cleaning. I shuffle my way to the front where my manager has been waiting for me, and he says, "You finally decided to come help her," and I look at him without saying anything and clocked out, and then I tell him, "Sorry, I'm not clocked in." I walked out to my car while he was blowing my phone up. I didn't care. I had 5 days off back to back, and he can't fire me since I did as he told me to. The moral of the story is, don't think you are better than someone that has nothing to lose. For all the people that have been commenting that he can fire you, yeah, you are right, he could. But he won't do that because I'm the only one that is working the position. And no one has applied to come work at the place for $8 per hour. There are more details to the story than what I told, so instead of trying to be smart, just ask, why do you say that instead of assuming I'm just some entitled kid who thinks they run the world? Thank you for reading. 707 comments. Award. Share. Save. 636 people here. If you're enjoying this video, like, comment, subscribe, and turn notifications on. Story 2. $1. 5K. R. Malicious Compliance. Posted by Pope Honkers XII. 10 hours ago. Management says we need to take any customers, even to the last minute. Okay. Will do. Sock. We have a new manager who is both extremely arrogant and extremely incompetent. One issue we periodically deal with is a few slow weeks followed by business picking up again. Hardly cause for alarm. Well, this new manager decided aggressively cutting employee hours is the solution. And stupidly to let any customers come in even until the last possible second. We need the business, she says. The problem is that getting a new customer set up takes 3 to 4 hours. Usually we encourage those customers to come back the next day at an earlier time, so we aren't open 3 to 4 hours past close for one person. We need a full staff here whenever we are open, so serving one customer after hours with 10 employees just standing around is a horrible waste of money. So that is exactly what I've been doing. Each new customer that comes in at the last second gets the by-the-book treatment. So, instead of every employee being done about 30 minutes after we close, we are now staying open hours after we close. Employees are not only getting their hours, but overtime in many cases just to serve one person at the end of the day. I would guess we are now spending significantly more on labor costs than we were before our new manager decided to enforce her brilliant ideas against everyone's objections. But hey, all this extra money I am now getting from overtime is great. 94 comments. Award. Share. Save. 134 people here. If you're enjoying this video, like, comment, subscribe, and turn notifications on. Story 3. $1. 0K. R. Malicious Compliance. Posted by U.K.W. Brit 1993. 11 hours ago. Won't give me a raise. I will claim all the overtime I can then. SOC. Many years ago I worked in the control room of a private ambulance company. I was working overnight, which meant I never really saw a manager and had to do everything on my own. Literally, I would be the only one in the office. Then the company won some new contracts and all of a sudden I had actual co-workers. But very quickly I found out they were earning more than me. About £1,000 per year difference. And there were two of them doing about 2/3 of the work I was doing alone. So I did what anyone would do and asked if I could get a pay bump to match my new colleagues. Only to be told no. So instead I went and looked closely at my contract, which stated I was only paid for 11 hours a night, with the expectation of an unpaid hour for the overnight approximation of lunch. But you see, dear reader, I had been working for a full 12 hours. Because I had no one to cover me. And technically I still didn't, because different contracts and areas of operation. So I looked up the overtime policy. And the forms. I printed off a stack and filled them in to cover my entire shift pattern. And claim for my hours lunch that I couldn't take. Then I made sure they were submitted every week to get my extra pay. Eventually they gave me my raise, but I carried on claiming until they hired someone to work with me and I couldn't claim anymore. But the damage was done and the crappy manager that couldn't understand why I wanted equal pay for an equal job moved on. It still makes me smile to think how much money I must have cost them for trying to screw me over. 36 comments. Award. Share. Save. 62 people here. If you're enjoying this video, like, comment, subscribe, and turn notifications on. Story 4. $138. R. Malicious Compliance. Posted by U. Aqueous Geo. 7 hours ago. Working at my level. MOC. Few years ago I had recently been promoted. I was expecting a higher promotion given the fact that I was working at that higher level. How do I know that I was operating at a higher level? Because I was covering for the individuals that couldn't get through their daily work. These individuals were getting paid $20,000 more to not do their job. My manager knew this at the time because I had set up multiple meetings letting them know the work that I was doing. I was promised a promotion at this higher level by said manager. To be clear, I wasn't expecting $20,000 more. The new level minimum was only $5,000 over what I was making. Q meeting with HR and manager, in which I am told that I was not completing the functions that I said I was completing, and I should only be doing the functions within my new job profile. If I was doing any of these functions I should stop. Background here. This is financial operations. So we are talking about people's, clients' money. This isn't something that you mess around with, and making errors or delaying a process could cost a client money that they would then push to my employer. Additionally, this is a huge reputational risk with clients to just not complete a processing function for them and could impact future contracts. I did exactly as they stated. I pulled only my client's work. I processed only the functions that were assigned to me. For the most part, I still went above and beyond with assisting others within my same level, but not the higher level processing and clients. I don't mean to gloat here, but I was great at this job. Some of those upper level clients started reaching out directly to me asking why I wasn't working on their account anymore, and the complaints started rolling in. I know you all are hoping that the manager came around and promoted me, but you would be wrong. They eventually restructured the processing so these clients would fall within my job profile. As part of the overall restructuring, we were to be merged within another team. This manager also assumed that they would be given a promotion, but due to the overall client satisfaction, senior management decided to hire another individual to that role. That new manager really knew how to run her teams and has been a great mentor to me ever since then. My direct manager eventually quit and went to a competitor. I have now had 4 promotions in 5 years and am well above my old manager's role. The company overall is a great place, but it only takes that one crappy person to negatively impact your career. I think back on that interaction often, as that manager leaving the company ultimately skyrocketed my overall career. Hopefully this story inspires others to stand up for themselves. You might not see the impact immediately, but if you can wait it out, your time might come. 6 comments. Award. Share. Save. 31 people here. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and turn notifications on.